Like most people, I did not think nagging was a very bad thing. Then I realized that nagging was actually a form of aggression. It is a microaggression. Punishments like caning creates fear. You can scare a child into doing well for rote learning exams, but you cannot scare a child into doing well for thinking exams. So, when the school system was not so demanding in the past, punishments could help a child do well in school. However, now that the school system is a lot more demanding, punishments are more likely to lead to worse grades. What about nagging? Like most people, I did not think nagging was a very bad thing. Then I realized that nagging was actually a form of aggression. It is a microaggression. Nagging does not qualify as abuse, yet it does damage a child over weeks and months and years. It works like a small grain of sand in your shoe. The longer you go, the more it hurts. Here are two case studies where nagging led to undesirable consequences. Case study 1. This child's parents came to me to get help to motivate their child to do homework. Once their child had warmed up to me, he miserably confided in me.
I hate homework. I hate school.
In his eyes, there was a look of desperation, like a soul trapped in agony. When I mapped the family dynamics, more things surfaced. The child was violent at home. It was not just homework, it was anger management. In my class, apart from the first two lessons, I saw no anger management issues. Once the child got used to the class environment, he left his preconceived notions behind and became beyond calm. He was reflective. He was considerate of others. When I described their child in the weekly class report, the parents did not recognize their child. They concluded that their child just never shows his ugly side to strangers. It turned out that there was just a key stressor at home which did not appear in my class. We do not nag, we act. This child's mama nagged non-stop. She reminded her child of this and that over and over again. Out of her mouth came a constant stream of feedback for improvement and precious little praise. This nagging was particularly acute during homework sessions. The more she nagged, the more he hated homework, the more he resisted, and the more tantrums he threw. Then the cycle repeats. Case study 2. This child was sneaky. He would do what he was not supposed to do whenever his parents were not looking. When he was not allowed to play phone games, he bluffed his way through and secretly played for hours. So, he was an extremely intelligent child. If you want someone who will do the right thing when no one is looking, we feared that this was not the child. Then, I found out that his gentle mama nagged a lot. This was not a violent family. They did not believe in caning children. They tried their best to be kind and loving to their children. Unfortunately, nagging was enough to damage their child. This child simply responded in a different way. He went undercover to do what his mama nagged him not to do. He stalled and dawdled and dragged his feet. He conveniently forgot to do his homework. Or he simply stated that doing homework was useless. In some young adults, A certain tone can make them raise their psychological defenses up high. Speak with them in that tone, and it does not matter how reasonable your demand is. They will not agree. They will stubbornly refuse to comply. These people had naggy parents. Nagging hardens the child's stubbornness. In the same way, a kitchen blowtorch hardens the sugar crystals on top of the creme brulee. If you cannot stop nagging, feel free to get in touch with us at petunialee@collabcorner.com.